great to see you all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, club members. Welcome, guests. Welcome, the wonderful people who've given us food today. What a great day it is. What an absolutely beautiful day it is today. My name is Alain Barker, and for those of you who I've not yet met, I'm very happy to see you here and thrilled that you're part of today's meeting. This is our club assembly, so it's going to be a little bit different than the usual suspects that we bring to you, although the structure of the meeting is somewhat similar to how we normally do it as well. And so today, as our reflection, I've got a little exercise for you. There's a Snickers bar on the table in front of you. Whoever picks up the Snickers bar, somebody needs to pick up the Snickers bar on each table. There we go. We've got a Snickers bar. There we go. There we go. I've got somebody calling me here. Okay. So we have a Snickers bar. Okay. Somebody's calling me from New Albany. I have no idea why. Okay. Well, and for those of you online, I'm going to pick out one of you as well. Oops. This is something that we've been having a bit of problems with. So if you see the screen go blank, it's just that the connection here is not working, but they can still see us. So don't worry about it. Okay, Tracy's going to help us. We're going to ask we're going to choose 3 people in the room and then 1 person online to do a very simple thing as part of our reflection and to tell us what is the key and core thing that drew you to the Rotary Club, the Bloomington Rotary Club. So who's got a Snickers bar at that table? Kyla's going to kick it off and give us an idea of what drew her to the Bloomington Rotary Club.
On to the Bloomington Rotary Club because all of my friends are here. All the people I got to know early on in my career were Rotarians. So of course I wanted to be a Rotarian.
That's fantastic. That's great. Well done. Yes. And who's going to go next? Who wants to, here we go. At this table right here. Got Lynn Schwartzberg.
2 reasons. Number 1, I became a Rotarian because my friend Sally suggested that it might be a good fit. And secondly, how can you not want to be part of an organization that has the highest priority of world peace through better understanding?
Exactly. That's great. Amazing. That's really great. Okay, who wants to go? Here we go. We've got another one here. Judy Witt behind. Oh, well, go. Yep, let's go with the man.
Let's go with the man.
I heard that the Bloomington Rotary Club had good programs, and they do.
That's great. Excellent. We've got Judy Witt over here. We're zipping through this fast so we can keep going.
I joined for 2 reasons also. First of all, I was asked. And secondly, because of the polio campaign, I had polio as a child. And so I want to help eradicate polio.
Wow, that's great. Okay, let's have one more person. Let's have one more person in the room here. Anybody? Okay, we've got Ashley. And then I'm going to invite Joy to open up her microphone and tell us what drew her to.
I was drawn to Rotary because I moved to Bloomington and I was a new professional and I wasn't in a sorority or anything like that gave me lifelong connections and I wanted to get to know people and boy was I right. Made the right decision.
Great to have you with us. And so wonderful to see you in person. And thank you for your help with Boys and Girls Club last week. Joy, would you like to give us your idea of what it was?
Well, I too was asked, said yes, not knowing what Rotary really was all about. And the more that I learned and was engaged with, I was sold for life on being a Rotarian in all the ways that we know Rotary makes a difference. So can't imagine not being a Rotarian.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Joy. And I'm going to take the president's prerogative because I have a Snickers bar in front of me here. And I'm going to say the reason why I joined Rotary Club was because of the wonderful Charlotte Zietlow. She was the one who urged me for about 4 years to join every year. And then finally I said, okay, Charlotte. And the reason why I stayed was because of the 4-way test. Okay, good. Well, thank you all. Thank you so much. That's our reflection for today. Let's see. Birthdays. So I have a few announcements to start off with here. We have Christina Swanson. Her birthday is May 24th. And Bill Brown has a birthday on May 25th. Happy birthday, Bill. Yeah, good. Excellent. And then we have a member anniversary here, Marcus Debro. He's been with us for 2 years. Really great to have him as part of the club. And we are now going to introduce the amazing guests that we have among us. So Ron Barnes, if you want to come and join me here. Incoming president.
Well, I apologize in advance if I slaughter your name. I grew up in Iowa where the toughest name to pronounce was Smith. Many are here for Sandy Keller, guest of Mike Baker. Forrest Gilmore, though, is here. Tracy Jovanovic, yes. Then Susan Dombrowski, Mike Baker. How bad did I kill that, Susan? Okay, all right, thank you. Not Dabkowski? Okay, here we go, thank you. Michael Dykes, guest of Mike Baker. Ben Keller, guess why he's here. Leslie Abshire, is that right? All right. Looks like Donna Lobdell. All right, Donna. Corey Grass, who I met when we were walking in, correct? George Keller, another guest of Mike Baker. And by the way, Corey is a guest of Jeff Baldwin, Boys Club. So glad to have him here. And obviously one of our favorite little guests, Lucy Decker. Now, I know most of you here are for Sandy, and that's great. The others, think of our club assembly as kind of a family meeting that we have quarterly to kind of get our house in order. So tolerate that after we get through the rest of the festivities. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. And let's have all the guests stand so that we can acknowledge you being with us. Thank you. Yeah. And also, yeah. Great. Great. It's wonderful to have you here. And thank you so much, Ron. Joy, do we have anybody online who's a guest?
No guests online. Rotarians it is.
Just family. That's great.
Just family.
Okay. Okay, well, we have two very, very important ceremonies to go through right now. And who's going to introduce our Paul Harris Fellow? I don't know who's doing it. Is it Mike? Mike is going to do it.
It's okay. Let me get my props ready. Okay, well, welcome everyone today. Today it's my honor to make two very special Paul Harris presentations. This will be for Sandy, it's one of mine. Normally our club recognizes members of our club who have demonstrated through their work a total commitment to improving people's lives in our community. For these two people, it's more than a full-time job, it's their life work. So we have Sandy Keller, who's obviously with My Sister's Closet, and Jeff Baldwin, the Boys and Girls Club of Bloomington. So if you both could join me up here. So all those guests are really my guests, but they're guests of Jeff and Sandy. That's why they're back here on this table. So, you know, some women can fill up an entire closet with just shoes, but Sandy takes it to the next level. She's got an entire building for her closet, but she's a little shy about it, so she actually named it after her sister. So I don't know if that's true, but it sounded good. So do you have any idea how many shoes you have? Well, while Sandy was starting and running a small business in Bloomington years ago, she got the idea to start My Sister's Closet in 1998. They just celebrated their 25th year, something amazing for a nonprofit upstart, especially in Bloomington. It's listed as a nonprofit establishment to provide free work attire and success training to low-income and at-risk women pursuing employment, and more that they do. The goal of helping women to provide for herself and her family sort of goes with the fact that if you help the mother improve their status, get a better job, then there'll be more income to help raise the kids. The kids will get a better education, and over time, it will break the system of poverty that's existed for that family. Pretty amazing kind of thing to think about 25 years ago. My Sister's Closet uses paid job skill training, clothing voucher programs with fashion and image consulting, help with resumes. All this helps increase the success of the women working to improve their lives. My Sister Closet uses this unique boutique thrift shop to fund a majority of its financial needs. And then donations and any grants that they're able to get sort of fills in the gap. And when I was talking to Sandy and found out that with her business background, she wanted to have a nonprofit that was more self-sustaining and not completely dependent on just donations, because she wanted to make sure it would last through times like COVID, right? Which I think is wonderful. And as of this week or this month, they've served their 2,800th woman. So I think that's amazing. So I will applaud that. Well, you know Jeff Baldwin is executive director of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Bloomington since 2006. For sure, this nonprofit organization is the premier nonprofit in Monroe County, working to bring structure, learning skills, compassion to hundreds of disadvantaged boys and girls. He started his career 14 years ago in the Monroe County School, or with the Monroe County school system for 14 years. Also, St. Charles has also had a small business for 12 years. I'm not sure what the business was. I'm pretty sure it didn't have anything to do with math or moving, because recently I was asked by Jeff to move a pool table, and they're very heavy. And I said, that's okay. Is it on the first floor? Are there any steps? He said, I think there's maybe a couple steps. Well, we loaded this 1,200-pound pool table and get it over to the Lincoln Center downtown. And the first thing we were shown was a set of steps that go up about 20 steps this way, a left, and then another left. And the best part was Jeff said, hey, I'll stop by once you guys are done. We never did see him, but anyhow. Sorry, Jeff. When Jeff started, the total number of registered members served was 400. Today, close to 2,000. In 2006, Lincoln Street was the main location. The Crestmont Center started in a house in 1990 with a capacity of about 40 kids. The Ellisville location in 2009 started. There's been significant renovations at Crestmont, the Camp Rock location at Lake Lemon, and in 2015, major improvements at Lincoln Street happened and now serves over 1,200 kids. The Kenworthy Admin Center and completed Stephen County Ferguson Crestmont Club serves over 450 kids, 500 kids in Ellettsville, and all of this does not include an outreach program that reaches over 1,000 kids and their families. The staff, which is sort of amazing to me, has grown to 200 full-time and part-time employees, including our past president, Ashley Wesley. And one thing Ashley told me about Jeff's meetings every day, Jeff, he says this at every meeting. He loves meetings. He's often heard saying, we will have meetings every single day until we can finally find out why we're not getting any work done. Thank you, Ashley, for that. So. Jeff, yeah. Jeff has built a strong community relations, and his community relations within Bloomington and surrounding areas has helped the mission of Boys and Girls Club grow at such a pace. And getting help from all kinds of people, including our Rotary Club, who in 2017-18 helped donate the outside play center in Crestmont. He has shepherded the organization, not strayed from its central mission of empowering all young people, especially those in need, who need us most, to reach their full potential as caring, productive, responsible citizens. Do you notice sort of a similarity between these two people and their organizations? of empowering people and helping people reach their potential. What an amazing two people we have in our club. Like you said, some of us like to do some work on the side and help with things. This has been both Sandy's and Jeff's life work. And I would suggest they both take service above self, the Rotary's motto, to the next level. And our community is much better for it. Please, guests and Rotarians, join me in recognizing these two Rotarians for the work they do. First of all, I'm going to have the pinning process, right? Now will you rise and join?
Thank you. Congratulations to you both. And and as Mike was walking away, he said that there's an opening at another place for Ashley. So yeah. Congratulations to you both. And it was fantastic to be at Boys and Girls Club the other day to hand out copies of the book that Elsa Marsden wrote here in 2016, I Just Kept Walking. That was something that we did, I think it was last Thursday. For those of you who are on Facebook, you would have seen some pictures. Okay, thank you so much, Mike. Past President Mike Baker. Now we're going to move on to another very important ceremony. I'm going to invite Tracy to come to the podium and join me for that.
All right, it's my pleasure to bring up Dr. Gerono Rotich, our newly to be inducted member, and I'm going to have Teresa Clare and Aaron Davis come up and do the ceremony, and I get to be the sponsor. And it's Gerono. Gerono Rotich is a professor of kinesiology. Thank you. And it's a mouthful. And associate dean for organizational climate, inclusion, and belonging in the School of Public Health at Indiana University, Bloomington. She moved to Bloomington in September 2022 after working at North Carolina A&T State University and North Carolina Central University for over 20 years. She obtained a Bachelor of Science in Physical Education from Kenyatta University, Kenya, a Master of Science in Physical Education from State University of New York at Brockport, and a Doctor of Philosophy in Exercise and Sports Science from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. She is a member of the Presidential Working Party on Educational Reforms in Kenya, president of the Kenya Scholars and Studies Association, and CEO and founder of the Kenya Students in Diaspora Foundation and Women and Youth Global Diversity Consulting. She serves on the boards of several international, national, and regional organizations. She is a dedicated and respected servant leader, educator, change agent, and motivational speaker. She is a champion and advocate of education, women and youth empowerment, diversity, inclusion, and belonging, and is passionate about community engagement and international collaborations. Her exemplary work has earned her many recognitions and awards, including the University of North Carolina Board of Governors Excellence in Teaching Award. She is also the mother of 2 adult girls and loves traveling and gardening.
Dr. Gerono Rotich. On behalf of the board and membership of the Bloomington Rotary Club, it is a great pleasure to welcome you as the newest member of our club. We look forward to the fellowship that we will share, as well as your participation in club projects, the ones that make our community, club, and country and world a better place. Though Rotary isn't a political organization, Rotarians are vitally concerned with good citizenship and the election of effective leaders to public office. While Rotary is not a religious organization, it is built on those highest principles that have served as a moral compass for people throughout the ages. Rotary is an organization of business, professional, and community leaders pledged to uphold the highest ethical and moral standards. Rotarians believe that worldwide fellowship and peace can be achieved when people work together and uphold the Rotary motto of service above self. Rotary activities exemplify the partnership, respect, and generosity that one would expect from people who believe they have a responsibility to help others. Geronimo, you have been chosen for membership in the Bloomington Club because your fellow members believe you to be a leader in our community, and because you possess the qualities to champion the message and principles of Rotary. You are a representative of your vocation and talents within our club and community. You have now become an ambassador to Bloomington Rotary, Bloomington Rotary, carrying the ideals of service to all within your sphere of influence. Our community will know and judge Rotary by your character and service. We will also look to you for inspiration as we strive to become better Rotarians. You have the distinguished badge, the pin. That's the distinguishing badge of a Rotarian. We ask that you wear your Rotary pin with pride, not only to all Rotary functions, but in your many endeavors, as a symbol of your commitment to Rotary ideals and our recognition of your contribution towards a better world. Fellow Rotarians, please rise and welcome our newest Rotarian, Dr. Geronimo Rodich. And now some pictures.
Wow, what what an amazing day of celebration and very poignant moments. And I should mention that Geronimo being the first Kenyan, I believe, in the Bloomington Rotary Club. Congratulations, thank you. Yeah. And I mentioned the first Kenyan because that's a bit of a cryptic note. Next week, we will welcome our second Kenyan to the club. And not only that, but that will then make 3 of us from sub-Saharan Africa. It's amazing. Yeah, yeah. So that's great. So we look forward to that. And also you're breaking another barrier. We're about to hit, I believe that we're blasting through 150 members of this club. So that's really great. Okay. So with that, I think that we are, I'm going to quickly do the club updates and then go through the housekeeping elements that Ron was talking about. Just want to mention that we have our spring celebration, which should be a lot of fun at the Wonder Lab on June 13th, and that will replace our Tuesday meeting. So we're not meeting here on June 13th. We're going to be meeting at the Wonder Lab from 6 to 8. So please join us, bring your friends, bring some kids who all love Wonder Lab, bring the youthfulness of your own spirit and enjoy being there. It's going to be really a lot of fun. So we're going to be, I think I sent out a reminder this morning. We'll send out another reminder at the end of the week, just so that you don't miss that email that comes through. I'm going to invite Mike once again to come up to the podium and talk about briefly the amazing event yesterday. Hold on, that's not what I'm supposed to show you, but that's what I'm supposed to show you. And I need to share screen. So give me a, sorry, give me a second here. This is what happens when you try and juggle things. Share screen. Okay, good. We're now sharing screen. Here we go.
We got a couple more things I want to say about Sandy. No, never mind. And Jeff. Yesterday was interesting. Tracy, myself, I had a 19-year-old guy helping me, Ryan, Sally Gaskell, Steve Engel, Jim and Ann Bright, Sarah Laughlin, plus 3 strong guys from Soft Touch Movers, picked up all the Mohammedis. We cleaned out their apartment on the west side, loaded in 3 trucks. See, one of the trucks was donated by another member, John Armstrong. I had my old truck and trailer and Sarah's daughter's truck and Jim's car, all full of all this, just box after box, all the things, get it over to Hillside, right across from Deer Park. We were so fortunate to open the door, and just like Boys and Girls Club, there was a set of stairs that went up. But between all of us, we got everything moved in. And for me, just sort of looking at their faces, moving into a new place, much better location. They were just tickled to death. And it was fun to know that our club has been part of helping this family relocate here. So they were doing well. And Tracy, thank you. Sorry we missed the lunch, but I heard you made an amazing lunch for everybody. So, oh, who did? Oh, Sarah, you just hosted it. Okay, because we were waiting on the key.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Mike. Congratulations to everybody involved in that absolutely phenomenal project. And to Sarah Laughlin and to Dave Meyer in particular, who've been heading up this project through the year. It's just absolutely extraordinary. So thank you. Thank you to you all. And Mike, thank you once again. Last Thursday, look at this picture here, if I can get back to it. There we go. There's the picture. Okay, this is called the Trilling Trio, right? Sally, would you like to tell us what it was all about? Connie, you can tell us. Jump up here and tell us quickly. Come on. Sing for Your Supper. Performed in Brown County at an event. So congratulations. Right. Okay. So another quick picture. Another quick picture I want to show you here. Look at these adorable dogs. Look at these adorable dogs. And who do the dogs belong to? Natalie Blaze. She was able to bring these dogs in the world with supporting an incredible dog of yours, right? And they were all doing very well and happily. So that's the other piece of news that I wanted to mention. And then finally, I want to just on a slightly different note, I want to congratulate our past president, Aaron Davis, for this quite phenomenal book that he has produced. It's a self-published book called Exposing Systems of Anti-Jewishness. And I know that Aaron's been communicating a lot about this because it's been available online, but now it's available in book form, which means that you can buy it directly from Aaron. So huge congratulations to Aaron for this accomplishment as well. Yeah. And we will be talking, have I lost them? Have I lost them on Zoom? No, I haven't. I just need to stop sharing. And so yeah, huge congratulations to Aaron for this book. And we're going to be talking about conversations, civility, and Living Room Conversations is a program. It's a national program that I'm going to be talking about at the end of this meeting. But so now we're going to move over to a bit of feedback from you about this year. And you've got some QR codes in front of you. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a word cloud. And everybody online, I'm going to invite you to do the same thing. So I'm going to put up a QR code on the screen here. I'm going to share it. I need to make sure that I'm sharing screen. And if you could go ahead and answer this question that comes up in a moment. But first of all, I'm just going to ask you to get comfortable with a QR code, get into the 21st century with your iPhones. And there will be a question that we're going to ask you. So you could either use your iPhone on the screen here, or you could use the QR code on the table in front of you, and you automatically get taken to a website, and everybody online will be able to do the same thing simultaneously, and we will do some magic together. I think that we've done this before. So, okay. So I think I'm going to wait another 10 seconds for everybody to get used to where we are. Does everybody have the QR code in front of them so that they can do it? Okay, so we're going to ask a question. If I can open, can move this. Move this. This guy needs to move out of the way. Okay, here we go. Present. Okay, so the first question is, what do you like best about your 22-23 Rotary year? Any words that you can come across, just simply load them in and we will see what it looks like. What do you like best about your 22-23 Rotary year? Speakers, look at that, fellowship. And by the way, we're gonna keep this for Ron because he needs this as a guide to where we're going from here. Learning, growth, speakers, community, program, fellowship. Fellowships, look at this, you're all amazing. Look at, oh my God, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Wow. Fellowship, who said fellowship? Who wrote in fellowship? You did. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Connecting with members, scholarships, hybrid meetings. Wow. Community. Community is a big one there. Fun. A lot of people are having fun. Look at this. People are still putting in their words. That is totally awesome. Friends. Impact. Tiny little impact. Yeah. Inspiring. Inspiring. President. Oh dear. Laughing. Global. This is fabulous. This is incredible. It's sort of like a mission statement in one, isn't it? With the sense of what we all feel so strongly about within this organization. Food. Somebody even mentioned food. Yay, that's good. What about desserts? Okay. I got my little name there. That's so funny. I think I want to take a picture and give that to my wife. Yes. Food. Okay, this is absolutely fabulous. So in front of you is a snapshot, really, of what we've enjoyed together over the year. And I invite you to take it all in and just to sense how complex, how meaningful in so many different ways, how intertwined we all are with each other's lives in so many different ways, and how much we do together. 52 weeks of fellowship, amazing programs, friends, speakers, friendship, fun. And I can see you're all still putting that together for us. So what we're going to do is the great thing about this program is that we can actually keep this as a memory of the year. And I will be posting this on Facebook for you to look as well. And then we'll keep it as a reflection of what we've been able to do this year. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? What a great, well, I'm going to just give you guys a great round of applause for that. That is amazing. That is really meeting new people. What an incredible representation. And Charlie wants to join us here. Okay, well, that was the first one. Take a deep breath, and we're going to ask you just another question. Just there are 2 questions, and then we'll be done with this exercise. So the next one, yes.
Did you show the QR code again one more time?
Sure.
Those get it.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to show the QR code. Get this out of the way. Okay. If anybody wants to join in the second question and you haven't yet QR coded up, go ahead and grab it. And I'm going to wait another 10 seconds and then we can go to the second question. Wow, what an incredible representation of the year. Are we good to go? Everybody online? Okay, I'm going to switch gears now. Hopefully everybody's been able to grab it. So we're going to go to the next question now, which is, what do you think should be our major priorities going forward? So we're thinking programmatically, as an organization, where can we go to from here after these amazing years that we've had together, coming out of COVID, reassembling ourselves as an organization? What are the big things that we need to be thinking about as an organization as we go forward? And again, you're very welcome to just add in whichever words come to mind. Service, that's great. And this again will be our strategic plan. You know, I mean, this right in front of you is virtually a strategic plan forming itself as these words are coming in. Local conversations, community, work toward peace, service, international. And by the way, for those of you who are guests here, you're very welcome to just chime in and grab the QR code and add to it because you're part of the conversation. Okay, diversity, international partnerships, service. I see service is right at the center. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. I wish we had inspirational music behind us here. Boy, this is absolutely incredible. Finding joy, sustainability, global leadership. I like global leadership. That's great. Now we have 2 Kenyans. Global leadership. Rotaract, finding joy again. Audacious goals. Look at that. I love that. Audacious goals. Climate change. New leadership. Good. I saw that. I saw that. Women. But it's a very small one. It's one of the tiniest. Sustainability. Peace. Good. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. Others. Good. Well, again, and you know what's interesting about this? Well, let's just wait until it finishes up. What's interesting about this is that it's no, was it somebody said no mic? Did you put that in yourself? Was that Ashley? Oh, that's too funny. That is so funny. Okay, good. I think we're there. We're just about there. Thank you to everybody. And once again, huge congratulations. So looking at these 2, we have what we like best and where we want to go. And I'm going to be putting this up on Facebook. We're going to be sharing it. It's going to be something that we can meditate over for quite a while as we think about how we're going to keep building, keep developing, and keep growing our organization. So thank you all very, very much for bearing with me with this and for doing it, and a huge congratulations to you all. Okay, thank you. So now I'm going to invite our incoming president, Ron Barnes, to the podium to join me here. And I want to show you, as he comes up here, I want to show you that there's a website that Rotary International provides to us. It's called My Rotary. And for those of you who have yet to go there, it's an absolutely phenomenal website with a lot of resources, a lot of great information. And in it, you can actually look at your club. So if I go to the Bloomington Rotary Club, okay. And let's see here, Bloomington, here we go. And I look at the Bloomington Rotary Club, and I'm trying to say something at the same time as, okay, where am I going here? Home, join, I'm right there. Join, I'm already a member. I remember. Oh, is that what it was? Okay, sign in. Okay, let me do that again. Sorry, thank you. We'll just sign in again. Everybody hold tight. I'm going to show you where Ron and I go, home, clubs, and where everybody else goes. So it looks different than the one that I normally look at. Oh, come on. This is what happens when you're in front of people, right? Bloomington Rotary Club, manage. Club administration. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, no, that's not what I wanted to go. I wanted to see it's easy to operate. Very easy. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at it. It's right in front of me. You see it says goals, and then you click on Rotary. Okay, sorry. That was where I wanted to go. So if you click on goals, it's going to give you an update on what we've been doing this year. And I wanted to show this to you because, first of all, congratulations, our club membership is phenomenal. Service participation, there are 86 members of our club who have participated and counting in service projects this year, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah. We have 16 members of the club who've directly brought new members into the club. Again, huge thanks to you all, and so on and so forth. There are other ones down here that we've not quite met because we're still putting the achievement in. So I'll be giving you an update about that. But what I also wanted to show you is that we keep track, as you know, with Peggy and others and Mike being at the podium through the year, we keep track of our giving to Rotary International during the year. And I wanted to mention this because our goal is 18,000. And as of yesterday, the number is not 15,275, it is 16,275, which means that we have all of 1,700 and so dollars left to be able to hit our 18,000 goal. So if any of you want to support any of the Rotary International causes or just support the foundation itself, if you feel strongly about what's going on in the Ukraine, if you think of what's happening throughout the world and you want to be able to support those causes, now is the time for you to go in and do that before the end of June. And I'm convinced that we will be able to hit 18,000 and succeed for our goal for the year. I also wanted to mention the service now. Okay, there is something that I want to quickly show you. So I'm going to quickly get there. Move, notes, dogs. Okay, I didn't put it in here. I'm going to approximate where we are. But Sarah, and this is something that I will show you. Sarah has shared with me information about all of the service activities through the year. And apart from the 86 members of the club who've been involved in service events through the service project through the year, we have cumulatively impacted this community to the point of $53,000 in service hours and contributions by donating our service to the community, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. $53,000 that we have given to this community over the past year through our service. So that's congratulations to Sarah and everybody. That is totally incredible. Okay, well, I'm going to invite Ron now to talk about our committees.
Obviously, a major backbone of our Rotary Club are our committees. And I'm in the process of putting the committees together for next year, and I need your help, obviously. And I'm really focusing on people who are members in the last 5 years, because one of my goals for the year is developing strong leadership in the club and taking on some of the youth in the club and newer members that have joined us. I think that'll be a key. And again, we need chair people to stand up. I need somebody to chair fellowship. I need somebody to chair vocational service. Then I've talked to others that have committed to take on chairmanship, but they would like a co-chair, which is reasonable because if you think about job sharing and training people to take over, I remember my conversation with Judy Schroeder, who's done the roundabout for many years. She says, I'm going to need some help. Well, this is an obvious place for somebody to step up and take on this role as a co-chair for the roundabout. Also, in talking to Dick McCagg, who happened to be in Portugal right now, he's somebody to stand in for me as a co-chair for the classification committee. We also need somebody to work with Aaron in peace building. And again, you think about the peace building that needs to go on in this world. And then Mike Sherma said, oh yeah, I'll be glad to take it on again, but I want somebody to work with me. I want another co-chair. So if you've been on the committee or not and would like to work with Mike to bring in these fabulous programs we have, please reach out to me. And finally, as we look at our whole Rotary Club, again, the backbone is your participation in committees. And again, you have an opportunity because Alon has sent you a link where you can go on and click, and you have a menu of committees. And you can simply click on those committees that you want to serve on. And believe me, we will be grateful for your service. Again, Rotary is service above self, and we need you and we need your help to have this club flourish. The other thing that we're going to do this year as a board is we're going to do a strategic plan. And we're going to present that strategic plan to you in the future. And again, that will show you the movement that our club is making. And a lot of it came up on the screen today as we saw your wishes. And they ought to be dictated as we strategize and strategically think as a board of directors and how this club is going to move forward to serve you and to serve our community. So any questions? Well, please hear me and please sign up and please call me if you want to be a co-chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And how great to have Ron's voice in front of us all. It's really fantastic. So I wanted to quickly just follow up with that a little bit. There's an email that I sent you that has 3 links. It has a link to the spreadsheet that we currently use, and you can see who's on which committee right now. And there's a link to the printout that I have put on the tables here in front of you, which is a description of the committees and what all the committees do and how you can get involved, and hopefully will stir some interest in your involvement in the club that much more. And then the final one is the online form where you can just simply click on it and say, I want to be part of these committees this next year. So go ahead and use that, and we'll also follow up with those who were on the committee before and make sure that anybody who's on one of the committees this year and wants to stay on the committee and hasn't yet revealed that they want to stay on that committee, we'll make sure that we keep up with you about that as well. So it'll be a sort of a process that we follow over the next 4 weeks to get us there. And talking about things that happen online, we really want to keep moving forward. We've done it. This year's been, you guys have been amazing in adopting Box. I know that it sounds a bit crazy because there are so many different spaces that we can all save things, and everybody has their own favorite places, whether it be the Google Drive or OneDrive or some other space that people like to use, Dropbox. But we, 3 years ago, as a club and the board decided to adopt the online environment, the online platform called Box. It's very easy to use once you've got into it. Basically, it's a username and password. Once you're in, you have automatic access to a folder from this year as well as a folder for the coming year. And we've structured those folders exactly the same, which means that as you get used to them this year, you'll be able to switch into next year's activities and you'll find no problem with that at all. I do want to mention that for those of you who are using a computer, you can download what they call Box Drive. Once you've downloaded Box Drive and you've logged in, it really functions like a folder on your computer. And I use that now for the most part when I use Box because it's so incredibly easy to use. If you have any questions about that, if you'd like somebody to just look over your shoulder and help you get into it, I'm completely ready and able to do that, as well as Michael Shermis, as well as any number of other people in the club. So we want everybody to shift over to the Box Drive this coming year. What's great about that is you can pretty much look at whatever's going on. You can look at the board minutes. You can look at the activities of other committees. You can look at the entire spreadsheet of everybody who's doing whatever they're doing in the organization. And it enables you to really feel that you're part of the club in a way that makes you a partner as well as a participant. So definitely want to get you involved in that. The other thing before I move off on my hobby horse about technology and things like that is that we're using social media more and more now as a club. And there are 3 places that we are very active. The most active is in Facebook. And we have both a Facebook group and a Facebook page. And I'm going to send you links to those, as I sometimes do. Just make sure that you're connected to both of those. If you're on LinkedIn, I've become a huge fan of LinkedIn, as I'm sure many of you in your professional lives are. I know that Lance posts on LinkedIn quite regularly. The Bloomington Rotary Club has a presence, has a page on LinkedIn. And for the Bloomington business community, the Bloomington leadership community, that's a big deal. And that's really important so that they are aware of the substance and quality of the work that we do. So LinkedIn's another place. And the third place for the younger generation is Instagram. We're there as well. So just to let you know that we're there. And that's all that we really wanted to show. We've got 5 minutes. And as we close the meeting, I want to talk about an initiative that actually was part of Sally Gaskell's involvement in the club. Last year, as you know, Bloomington and the city of Palo Alto started up a sibling city relationship, which has flourished in many different ways. The city to city conversations. We've had delegates from Rotary Palo Alto. There are 2 clubs in Palo Alto that have joined us here in Bloomington. We went there last November and had an absolutely incredible time. especially in the arts. We've learned a lot about what's been going on there, about building the arts as a significant part of community development. And we're going to continue to do that in the form of what we're calling, in fact, it's a national program called Living Room Conversations. And Living Room Conversations is a way for up to 6 people in multiple settings to get together and talk about things that really matter to them. Sometimes from very different points of view, sometimes from different perspectives, being generational or otherwise, sometimes from different cities. And the City of Palo Alto Rotary members are already using Living Room Conversations as a significant part of what they do and how they develop their ideas within their own organizations. And this is something that I'm going to quickly show you. There's a video. We do have time to do that. So I'm going to zip over to Living Room Conversations. Here we go. And Living Room Conversations is a website. You can go to it. And I'll be sending out an email to all of you about Living Room Conversations. And I'm going to invite anybody, and I've already spoken to Aaron Davis about this, anybody in the club who would like to lead a conversation about something that matters to them, whether it be civil discourse, whether it be the environment, whether it be any of these really big topics that are swirling around our community right now, that you feel you want to get into a safe space about and talk with friends and have the Rotary Club facilitate, lead, and develop this conversation in our community. We're also going to be using it between the Palo Alto and Bloomington clubs. So I'm going to quickly show you a video here. And this is just a somewhat informal video of what it means to be part of this conversation. Sorry? Screen share. Thank you. I'm going to screen share it with everybody online here. Thanks for the reminder. Actually, before I screen share, I need to make sure that I'm sharing. Give me one more second, sorry. Screen share, share sound, optimize video. Good, thank you. Okay, here we go. Hopefully the volumes.
I mean, I so appreciate that our country and our government is set up in a way that someone like me can be a commissioner, that there are Muslim mayors in this country, that there are young Muslims growing up who could see for themselves a future as president of the United States. And that's built into the DNA of our founding documents.
I would like to see us more fully express the purpose that we established all those years ago.
Where most people would generally agree is that we all want to be seen and heard. You know, no matter what our opinion is, we want our opinion to be out there and for it to be respected.
And, you know, people are designing that way. I was just reading the New York Times with a friend who was reading it in print and I was reading it digitally, and the headlines were different from each. And so it's interesting how even the headline of the same newspaper is designed to elicit like very different responses.
And I guess the thing to keep in mind is that interpersonal interactions have so much power in helping you humanize someone that you may previously not have seen as your fellow human being, your fellow American, your fellow whatever. And so this is why this kind of conversation is really excellent to have, because we're opening the lines of communications when nationally I feel like there's efforts to shut communication down and kind of get trapped in echo chambers, which I think is really dangerous in the long run.
Yeah, that just gives you a taste of what it's about to be in a living room conversation. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second here. Here we go. Stop sharing. Yeah. So living room conversations. It's about an hour and a half commitment, and as I mentioned, it's up to 6 people, either in person or online. And it could be something that we share with our friends in Palo Alto as well. And that's something that I'm going to be launching this week. So looking forward to hearing from any of you who might be interested. And that's it. That's our club assembly. Thank you so much for being here today. We have some long distance travelers amongst us. Sally Gaskell and Lance Eberly are about to go to Australia to represent our club. Yeah, so we wish you well. We look forward to seeing the pictures on Facebook and Instagram and wherever else you are. And very much look forward to hearing, when will you be back? June 9th. Okay, June 9th, and you're going to be right after, right? Anybody else going to Australia? Yeah? Okay. You are, oh, Kenya, you're going to Kenya. Wow, wow, long distance travelers. I'm going to be here in Bloomington, Indiana. With that, let's share the four-way test. Thank you so much. Of the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, would it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And fifth, is it fun? Thank you, thank you. Oh, I should announce what we're going to be doing next week. I forgot to do that. So if you just hold on, I'm not going to ring the bell. I'm not going to ring the bell. Okay, we'll meet here in the Georgian Room next week. We have Michelle Cohen from Lake Monroe Waterfront to talk about investing in upstream solutions to secure clean water. Fantastic. See you all then. Bye-bye.